and healed his blind daughter. And by Valentine had love for her, that lust love, okay? By his faith, he performed a miracle for her, as history did tell us, and he did heal her blindness according to his faith in God, as it says, and the love that he had for her. Now, when it was Valentine's Day to go to court to meet with the emperor, okay, it says that the emperor, he was impressed. He was very impressed with Valentine, with the deed that he done, was doing marriages for the young couples. Okay, he was very impressed. Now, the emperor, he told Valentine, he wanted Valentine to come over and to worship their idol gods. And he tried to convert Valentine from all his belief and to come over and worship the Roman gods. But Valentine, he refused all that. He neglected all that. He didn't want to become part of the Romans and to worship their idol gods. And also he didn't agree with the banning of marriage. But it says that Valentine did reverse psychology on the emperor. Valentine tried to convert the emperor Claudius to come over and to become a Christianity and leave his gods. Okay? Now, when Valentine did that, that made the emperor highly angry, and he sentenced Valentine to be executed. Now, before Valentine's execution, the historian had told us that he had wrote a farewell letter to the jailhouse keeper daughter. He wrote a farewell message to her, and he ended by, "From your Valentine." That's how he ended. Now, that phrase today is still being used on candy. "From yours truly, from your Valentines, be my Valentine." That phrase is being used today. Now, Valentine, he was a Catholic priest. He was a bishop of the Rome. And by that phrase is still being used even today. Be my Valentine, from your Valentine. Okay? That phrase is still being used when people finish signing their cards. From your Valentine. On candy, be my Valentine. From your Valentine. Okay? That phrase is still being used. So that's where that phrase come from. When Valentine, he wrote a farewell message to the jailhouse keeper daughter before his death. And now his death had ended up on February 14th, 270 AD. And it was said that he was killed by being stoned and had his head cut off. So those was the good deeds, the life of Saint Valentine and what he did in Rome. Now, let's talk about how did February 14th become Valentine's Day? Who set aside and to give this day to honor Valentine? Okay, now let's go over into further history. We're going back, staying in Rome, and during this time, the Pope Gelasius. Okay, Pope Gelasius was the man that decided to give February 14th and the day to give dedication to St. Valentine's Day and to honor love. Now let's see what it says. Historian tells us that in the year 496 AD, Pope Gelasius, okay, he decided, first of all, he was sick of that Lupercalia festival. He was sick of all the stuff that went on, all the sexual favors and all the laughter and nakedness, the wickedness that went on in this festival. He was tired of that, and by him being the Pope, they obeyed his commands. So he put away with the Lupercalia festival, and he turned it over, and he wanted it to be more of a Christian festival that to be taking place every year. And it says he proclaimed that February 14th be the day to honor St. Valentine and to honor love. This day is to give honor to him for what he did. Okay, he brought joy to the young couples for them putting them together and marrying them. Okay, so now it says, so what the Pope Gelasius did, he changed up the Roman lottery, and the Roman lottery was when the the women in Rome, they would put their name in the vase, and the guys would draw their names out and use the women for sexual favors, prostitution, entertainment, and some of them got married. So Pope Gelasius, he put away with that. He switched it up. So instead of the women's name went in the vase, he put saints who died in years past. He put all their names in the vase, and the women and the men was able to participate in this lottery. And the names that the women and the men took out, they would have to mimic these saints for an entire year. And that went on year after year. And that's what took place on Valentine's Day. And that's how Valentine's Day came about. It was Pope Gelasius. Pope Gelasius gave February 14th this day to be proclaimed as Valentine's Day, to give honor to him for what he did. And he did do a good deed, but Valentine is not a god. Okay? So, in my conclusion, everybody, Valentine's Day and everything behind it, okay, you're all worshiping a false god. Period. Lupa, Lupicus, Eros, Cupid, Juno, and Valentine. These are all idol gods, and God is not pleasing with us. We as Christians, He's not pleasing with us serving these other gods. Okay, February 14th, one day out of the year. He's not pleasing with that. And all behind it is nothing good. And all behind it is giving dedication to an idol god. Okay, and we as Christians, we should not celebrate these pagan festivals. Okay, so once again, thank you for participating in this special documentary about the truth behind Valentine's Day. God bless.